You wake before dawn, the room still hushed in pale blue shadows. For a moment you lie there, listening to the gentle whir of the ceiling fan, hoping your body will feel different. But as you draw in a breath and sit up, the truth finds you quietly. You're tired. Not the tired you remember from years ago, the kind that vanished with a shower and coffee. This is a heaviness that sits in your arms and legs, a slow ache that makes you wish you could drift back to sleep. You rub your eyes, thinking of the full night you just had in bed, and wonder why rest still feels out of reach. The quiet isn't comfort today. It feels closer to resignation. As you move to the edge of the mattress, your feet on cool floorboards, you sense the weight of another day starting the same way as yesterday. It's not sadness exactly, but a muted hope that maybe tomorrow will be lighter. Your thoughts move slowly, like your limbs, reaching for meaning in this morning fog. You remember when waking up meant eagerness. Now it's just a slow negotiation with your own body, asking for energy that never quite arrives. As the day unfolds, you start to notice small things you've been brushing aside. You find yourself reading the same paragraph twice in the morning paper, struggling to keep your focus on the words. Sometimes, in the middle of a conversation, your thoughts drift, and you have to pull yourself gently back, hoping no one noticed. There's a slight fog in your mind that didn't used to be there, just enough to make everyday tasks feel heavier. You catch yourself pausing before you start a simple chore or double-checking a detail that you once recalled easily. By afternoon, your energy dips again, deeper than it should. You sit in your favorite chair but don't quite rest, feeling aimless and tired at the same time. Small projects pile up, fixing a leaky faucet, trimming a hedge, but the motivation just isn't there. At night, sleep doesn't bring you the relief you hope for. You toss and turn, waking up a few times, each cycle leaving you less refreshed. These might seem like the normal signs of getting older, but somehow, you know they're not just about age. They're messages from your body, quietly asking you to listen. One afternoon, over a quiet cup of coffee, a friend looks at you with gentle concern. "You've seemed more tired lately," he says, not unkindly. He mentions how much better he's been sleeping since he started paying more attention to his evening routine. At first, his words brush past you. Just another conversation on an ordinary day. But later, as you sit alone in the evening, his comment lingers. You realize you've been treating your tiredness like just another part of life, something to get used to, instead of something to question or change. A few days later, your doctor asks about your sleep. You mention your restless nights, expecting a shrug or an offhand answer. Instead, she listens carefully. She suggests that sometimes small changes before bed can help the body rest and recover. She talks about simple, natural habits. Nothing hard, just gentle steps to help your body do what it's meant to do. It's not a prescription or a lecture. It's more like an invitation. Maybe there are things you can do differently, things that could make tomorrow feel better than today. For the first time in a while, you feel a spark of hope in the idea that your nights and your mornings can change. That evening, as the sun slips low and the house grows quiet, you pause at the kitchen counter. Your friend's concern and your doctor's quiet encouragement echo in your mind. You don't wish to be younger, not really. You just want to greet the morning with a clear mind and steady energy again. You realize this isn't about chasing what's gone, but about caring for the body you have now, trusting that small steps might build into something better. A slow, steady determination settles in. You decide, quietly and just for yourself, to try a new way. You remind yourself that this change doesn't have to be big or dramatic. It's the willingness to care for yourself, to experiment with hope instead of resignation. Tonight, you'll start, not because you're desperate, but because you're curious what might be possible. You're not sure what will come of this small experiment, but as you open the cupboard for something new to try before bed, you sense a gentle shift inside. It's not about perfect health, but about giving yourself the chance to feel truly alive for whatever mornings you have ahead. You remember a conversation about natural remedies, how some people use a simple, time-honored trick to signal the body that night has arrived. Tonight, you reach for a small piece of ginger, or maybe a few fennel seeds, old favorites found in kitchens around the world. You hold them in your hand, wondering if something so small could really make a difference. Sitting at the table before bed, you slowly chew, letting the gentle, earthy flavors roll across your tongue. There's nothing rushed about it, just a quiet moment, your breath slowing as you focus on this simple act. The motion of chewing sends a familiar comfort through your body. It's not just about taste, you realize, but about letting your system know it's time to slow down. Ginger calms your stomach, easing the day's tension. Fennel seeds have long been used to help with digestion and support a peaceful night's rest. This moment, uncomplicated and mindful, starts to feel like a quiet ceremony. As you finish, you notice your jaw unclenching, your shoulders dropping a little. You head toward bed with a sense of calm you didn't expect from something so small. As you lie in bed, you notice a gentle warmth spreading through your body. The act of chewing a bit of ginger or a few fennel seeds does more than just settle your stomach. It quietly tells your body it's time to relax. Natural oils in these plants help calm the muscles in your digestive tract, allowing your system to wind down rather than stay tense from the day. Your breath comes a little easier, and the usual grip in your gut seems to fade. This isn't a forceful change, but a gentle shift, as if your body is being softly reminded to let go. While you sleep, your body gets to work. The natural compounds released from ginger or fennel can help your stomach break down what you've eaten more smoothly, making it easier for your body to absorb the nutrients it needs for recovery. This simple act supports restful sleep, not just by calming your mind, but by helping your body find balance as you rest. By morning, those small seeds or tidy slices of ginger have done quiet work, giving your body the tools it needs to rebuild and recharge while you sleep peacefully through the night. At first, you can't help but feel a little skeptical. You've seen plenty of quick fixes and wild promises in your lifetime, new routines that fade as quickly as they begin. Chewing on ginger or fennel before bed feels almost too simple, maybe even silly. A part of you wonders if it's worth the effort. After all, how much difference could a tiny seed or a sliver of root really make in the way you feel come morning? These doubts rise up, quiet but present, as you follow through with the habit for the first few nights. Still, you notice those doubts are met with patience, not frustration. Change doesn't have to start with certainty. Even though you may feel a little awkward, you remind yourself that many things that last begin in small and simple ways. This is just an experiment, a gift you're giving yourself to see what's possible. You allow yourself room to feel unsure, knowing that sometimes the habits that seem the smallest can eventually become the most meaningful. In that quiet acceptance, you find a sense of hope, however gentle, that this could be one of those small changes that truly matters. You take comfort in knowing this practice isn't just an old wives' tale. For generations, people across many cultures have turned to simple, natural habits, like chewing ginger or fennel, to wind down before bed. You imagine someone else, decades ago, sitting quietly at their own kitchen table with a small handful of seeds, trusting in the wisdom passed down from those before. These traditions often carry quiet truths, shaped by time and experience, reminding you that sometimes the simplest tools are the most lasting and gentle. Modern science, too, offers its steady hand. Studies have shown that both ginger and fennel can help soothe digestion, relax tense muscles, and encourage a more restful sleep. Their natural compounds are mild, but they can make a real difference over time, especially when paired with a calm, intentional routine. You realize you're not stepping into the unknown. You're supported by both the lessons of the past and the careful eyes of today's researchers. In this blend of tradition and science, you find reassurance that your new bedtime habit is worthy of trust. After a few nights, you start to feel the shifts. Subtle at first, but real. You notice you're falling asleep a little quicker, with fewer restless turns beneath the sheets. When you do wake up during the night, it's easier to drift back to sleep, carried on a feeling of gentle comfort instead of worry. Each night, your rest feels deeper, almost as if your body remembers how to truly let go again. There's a sense of ease in your routine, and the act of chewing those seeds or ginger becomes something you look forward to at the end of the day. Then the mornings begin to change. Instead of dragging yourself from bed, you find your mind clearer, the usual morning fog lifting more easily. Simple tasks feel less heavy, and you even catch yourself humming or smiling as sunlight fills the kitchen. Focus returns little by little, as if your brain is grateful for the chance to recharge. These early wins remind you that small steps can lead to real progress. Bit by bit, you feel yourself reclaiming comfort, confidence, and energy just from the gentle power of one mindful, nightly habit. You begin to notice that aging isn't just a story of loss, it's a collection of small victories and quiet strengths. Every wrinkle, every strand of gray hair tells the tale of days survived and lessons learned. Instead of seeing your body as something that's breaking down, you start to see it as something wise, ready to respond when given gentle, thoughtful care. These habits, like your evening chew, aren't signs that you're clinging to youth. They are proof that you still have the power to shape your own days, even as the years add up. With every step you take to support your health, you build a new kind of resilience. The simple choices, a healthy meal, a moment of deep breathing, a handful of seeds, become your daily tools, small but mighty. You realize your body still listens and still changes, no matter your age. This truth cracks open a sense of hope. You are not simply aging. You are adapting, growing stronger in ways you never expected. Each day, you see that taking care of yourself is not about reversing the clock. It's about honoring the life you have and using your experience to live it well. Night after night, this simple act becomes more than just something you do. It evolves into a quiet ritual, a pause in the day meant only for you. Chewing the ginger or fennel seeds gives you a sense of purpose, a reminder that you're choosing to care for yourself in a gentle, meaningful way. The kitchen grows silent as you slow down, letting this moment mark the end of the day's work and worry. You savor the taste and the stillness, knowing you've made space for your health and well-being. Before long, it's not just a habit, it's a part of who you are. Friends or family might notice you seem more at peace at bedtime, carrying a calm that follows you into each morning. You don't need reminders or schedules. This nightly ritual is simply woven into the fabric of your life. In choosing this act, you are living with intention, showing yourself that your needs matter at any age. It's not about perfection, but about presence, finding calm, practicing self-care, and claiming each day as yours, one mindful moment at a time. With each passing evening, you realize this gentle practice is opening a new chapter. It's not just about better sleep or easier mornings. It's about choosing yourself again and again with the smallest act of care. As you chew, you're sending a message to your body. You are worth the effort, you can create change, and you do not have to accept exhaustion as your ordinary life. The ritual is quiet, but powerful, a way to root yourself in strength and hope at the close of every day. You are not simply going through the motions, you are reclaiming your energy, one night at a time. This isn't just a habit. It's a declaration that you still have power, right now, to improve the way you feel and live. You wake with clarity, you move with purpose, and you greet each day with the conviction that your choices matter. The years behind you hold wisdom, but the years ahead hold possibility. This small, nightly chew is your reminder. Your energy and your life are yours to shape every single day.